We're on the same page. Hello everyone, the December Review here, back again with And Just Like That Season 2, Episode 7. As always, spoilers are ahead, so make sure to check out the show streaming on the Max app. Well, the moment that we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. The concept was first brought to our attention for Season 1, but it never happened. Now, 7 episodes into Season 2, and the reunion of all reunions has finally taken place. Yes, I am of course talking about Anthony meeting Drew Barrymore. Okay, so that wasn't it, though that was pretty funny. I of course speak of the 13 years in the making return of Aidan Shaw. John Corbett was on record as saying that he was not only down for reviving the role for the first season, but also said that he was in it for multiple episodes. It never happened, but much to the chagrin of the fans, I suppose that's all behind us now with the actual return of the character. The setup began in the previous episode while the crew was out having dinner. The subject of exes came up and Carrie was asked about Aidan. This led to Carrie sending him an email at the end of the show. An email that quickly went answered as the pair agreed to meet for dinner. Oh, and it happens to be Valentine's Day. February 14th happens to be this episode's title, and it featured all of the main and extended cast's various plans for the holiday. News of Aidan returning broke months ago, so while the element of surprise was taken away, the way it actually played out I thought was very well written. A bit clever, and complete with not one but 2 mini twists that I didn't see coming, all of which allowed the scenes that they had together to really resonate with the audience. Swerve number 1 involved the actual restaurant where they were to meet at. When Carrie arrived, she waited and waited and waited some more and even forgot to charge her phone, which added to the tension and possibility that she was stood up. But it turns out that there was another restaurant right next door where Aidan was in fact waiting, thinking that he may have been left to wonder if he was let down as well. The pair finally see each other outside on the street between the restaurants, and it was quite an emotional moment for the twice former couple. Things seem to be going rather well. So well that they find themselves taking a cab back to Carrie's place after dinner. But when Aidan realizes that she still lives in the same apartment from all those years ago, he hesitates, refusing to go inside where for him there are only bad memories. So swerve number 2. I must say this was an interesting path to choose, as on the surface it doesn't seem that the apartment should be such a deal breaker considering the amount of years that have passed since those days. But taking a moment to reflect on it, Aidan spells it out quite well, as their relationship wasn't exactly a smooth ride considering the presence of Big and what that did to their world. So the rekindling seemed to be short-lived until Aidan said that there was plenty of hotels in the city. So the pair are officially back and clearly have a few things to patch up. I guess this shouldn't be a surprise since their relationship has always brought with it a bit of tension in regards to who and what the other person can be for them. Aidan was always pretty straightforward with Carrie in regards to his own expectations, and Carrie wanted to make it work. She tried to quit smoking and couldn't quit Big. After this one episode, it seems like Carrie is in a much better position to try again, but clearly some of the hurt feelings linger for Aidan. Will this third time be the charm? I couldn't help but wonder. For the rest of the cast, celebrating Valentine's Day proved to be difficult in its own ways. Charlotte has a particularly interesting evening when she eats a special brownie that Lily's friend brought over. While waiting for dinner, Harry and her think she might be having a medical emergency, and Charlotte finds herself in an ambulance going straight to the hospital. It must be noted that in this scary and frantic scene, she has enough wherewithal to request that Carrie picks out her outfit in case the worst happens. It's too funny. But she's fine, and the end result is her realization that she needs to spend more time on herself and is ready to take that offer to get back to the art galleries, which is pretty cool overall. AJLT has spent most of Charlotte's time, when she's not going full crazy on the tennis court, in a perpetual worry zone over her home life. The characters felt a bit of a caricature in terms of amping up the neurotic side of the role. Hopefully this change can bring a more centered Charlotte, or most likely just add to all the craziness. Miranda finds herself on a first date with Amelia, an audiobook reader who she has admired for a while. She is smitten when they meet and set up a Valentine's Day dinner, which quickly devolves into a less than expected romantic evening, as Amelia isn't quite on the same page. Miranda takes a moment to dash away from the situation, one that felt very much like watching the earlier episodes of SATC. a fact that even Miranda kind of relates when it dawns on her that she can just leave. Lisa and Herbert head out for dinner as well, but for Lisa, the home life is particularly worrisome as Henry's in a new relationship. And Naya decides to stay in, most likely the sanest decision for anyone that evening. And for Anthony, well, he gets that spot on the Drew Barrymore show, and the result has his bakery orders going through the roof. So overall, it was the episode we've all been waiting for, the return of Carrie and Aiden. I must say it felt like it would be way smoother on day one than it was. Carrie has progressed to be in a much more aware position as far as handling this relationship, and one would assume Aiden was there as well. But that's not entirely the case. The episode would have been great if it was an instant success between the two and the conflict arrives down the road. But to subvert expectations, it won't even be that easy for the pair. Considering their history, I guess that makes the most sense. Aiden didn't have the easiest road with Carrie, and even with the years apart, he is apparently a bit trepidatious. For the couple, the journey begins again.